Have you found yourself looking in the mirror lately, gently pulling at your hair and wondering where the thickness and vibrancy of your younger years has gone? Do you notice more strands than you'd like in your hairbrush or on your pillow in the morning? It can be a quiet, disheartening feeling, can't it? For so many of us, our hair is tied to our identity, our confidence. And as we get older, it feels like we're in a constant battle to hold on to it. So we turn to the internet, to friends, to old family remedies, and one name comes up again and again, praised as a miracle cure for everything. Coconut oil. You've probably heard it all, that it can stop hair loss, make your hair grow thick and fast, restore shine, and turn back the clock on decades of damage. Many of us have a jar of it sitting in our kitchen or our bathroom. Right now, a symbol of hope for healthier hair. But what if I told you that this so-called miracle product, this holy grail of hair care, might be the very thing that's secretly making your scalp problems worse? What if the way most people use it is actually suffocating the life out of your hair at the very root? It sounds confusing, I know. But the truth is nuanced. And understanding this one critical difference could change everything for the health of your hair. In this video, we are going to dive deep into the great coconut oil debate. We're going to uncover why it is an absolute superstar for one part of your hair, but a potential menace for the other. I promise you, by the end of our time together, you'll understand your hair and scalp in a way you never have before, and you'll have a clear, simple strategy to get the best of both worlds. You'll know exactly how to use this powerful ingredient to bring life back to your hair without accidentally causing damage to your scalp. Before we jump in, if you believe that growing older gracefully means arming yourself with the right knowledge, then please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on those notifications. We're dedicated to sharing health insights that empower you to live your best life at any age. And I'm always so curious to know where our community is watching from. Are you in the United States, the UK, Australia, or somewhere else in the world? Let me know in the comments below. It's wonderful to see how far our family of wellness warriors reaches. Alright, let's get to the heart of the matter. To truly understand the coconut oil paradox, we first need to take a small step back and look at the basic biology of our hair. It's simpler than you think, and this one piece of knowledge is the key that unlocks everything else. I want you to picture two very different things, a delicate living garden and a strong wooden fence post. Both are part of the same structure, but you would care for them in completely different ways, wouldn't you? Well, your hair is exactly like that. The garden is your scalp, its living skin full of tiny active little pockets called follicles. These follicles are where the magic happens. They are the factories connected to your blood supply that grow each and every strand of hair. They need to breathe, they need nutrients, they need to be clean and unobstructed to do their job properly. Just like a garden, if you cover the soil with a thick, heavy plastic sheet, what happens? The soil can't get air or water and the plants will wither and die. Your scalp is that precious living garden. Now let's talk about the fence post. This is the hair you can see and touch, the long strands that flow from your scalp. This part of your hair, believe it or not, is technically not alive. It's made of a protein called keratin. Once it leaves the follicle, it has no direct connection to your blood supply or your nervous system. It's a dead structure, much like a wooden fence post is made of dead wood. It can't heal itself or regenerate from within. It is exposed to the elements every single day, the sun, the wind, the heat from a blow dryer, the chemicals in shampoos. Over the years, this fence post gets weathered. It can become dry, brittle, and cracked. So we have the living, breathing garden, your scalp, and the non-living weathered structure, your hair shaft. Two different parts with two completely different needs. And this is where so many of us, with the best of intentions, go wrong. We treat them as if they are one and the same, and we apply one product everywhere, hoping for a miracle. This is the fundamental mistake that turns a helpful friend like coconut oil into a potential foe. Now that we understand the difference between our living scalp and our non-living hair, let's talk about why coconut oil can be a true miracle worker for that hair shaft for that weathered fence post. This isn't just folklore. There is some beautiful science behind why it works so well here. The secret lies in the unique molecular structure of coconut oil. The main fatty acid in coconut oil is something called lauric acid. You don't need to remember the name, but you do need to know what makes it so special. Lauric acid has a very low molecular weight and a straight, simple structure. Think of it like a tiny skinny key. Most other oils are made of larger, bulkier molecules, like big clunky keys. Because lauric acid is so small and streamlined, it has a remarkable ability to do something most other oils can't. It can actually penetrate inside the hair shaft. Imagine that weathered fence post of yours is full of tiny little holes and cracks. When you apply other oils, they mostly just sit on the surface like a thick coat of paint. They can make the hair feel greasy and weigh it down, but they aren't truly getting inside to fortify the structure. Coconut oil, with its tiny lauric acid molecules, is different. It can wiggle its way past the outer layer of the hair, called the cuticle, and get deep into the cortex. It gets inside those cracks and reinforces the hair from within. What does this mean for you? It means it helps prevent something called protein loss. Your hair is made of protein, and every time you wash it, style it, or even just brush it, you lose a tiny bit of that protein, making the hair weaker over time. By filling in those gaps from the inside, coconut oil acts like a shield locking that precious protein in. Studies have actually shown that coconut oil is remarkably effective at reducing protein loss from both damaged and undamaged hair when used as a pre-wash or post-wash treatment. There's another amazing thing it does. It helps prevent something called hygral fatigue. That's a fancy term for the damage that happens when your hair gets wet, swells up like a sponge, and then shrinks back down as it dries. This constant swelling and shrinking day after day, year after year, puts a tremendous amount of stress on the hair shaft, leading to breakage and split ends. When you apply coconut oil to your dry hair before you wash it, it acts like a sealant. It fills in those little gaps and prevents the hair from absorbing too much water. It's like weatherproofing your fence post before a big storm. The hair doesn't swell as much, so it doesn't get as damaged. The result of using coconut oil correctly on the lengths and ends of your hair can be truly transformative. You'll notice your hair feels stronger, smoother, and has a beautiful, healthy shine. It helps tame frizz, makes detangling easier, and can dramatically reduce the appearance of split ends. For dry, brittle, or color-treated hair, which many of us deal with as we age, it can feel like a drink of cool water on a hot day. It is, in this specific context, a true miracle oil. It's protecting and preserving the beautiful hair you already have. But, and this is the most important but of this entire discussion, this miracle only applies to the dead part of your hair. The moment we take the same oil and apply it to the living garden of our scalp, the story can change completely. If you're finding this breakdown helpful and maybe even a little eye-opening, could you do me a small favor and tap the like button? It truly helps our channel reach and help more people just like you who are looking for clear, honest health advice. Your support means the world to us. Okay, so we've established that coconut oil is a hero for your hair shafts. Now we must talk about its dark side. Let's discuss why this very same oil can become a menace when it comes to your scalp. This is the part of the story that most people miss, and it's the reason why so many people try the coconut oil trend and end up with worse problems than when they started. Remember our garden analogy. Your scalp is a living, breathing ecosystem with thousands of tiny pores, which are the openings of your hair follicles. For your follicles to be healthy and produce strong hair, these pores need to be clear. They need to breathe. Now I want to introduce you to a term you may have seen on skincare products, comedogenic. It simply means pore clogging. Skincare experts rate oils and ingredients on a comedogenic scale from 0 to 5. A 0 means it won't clog pores at all, while a 5 means that it is highly likely to clog pores. Where do you think coconut oil falls on this scale? It's a 4 out of 5. It is highly comedogenic. When you slather this thick, heavy oil all over your scalp, you're essentially doing the equivalent of smearing a layer of pore-clogging wax over the delicate skin on your face. You're covering that beautiful living garden with that heavy plastic sheet we talked about. This can lead to a cascade of negative effects that can seriously harm your scalp and hair growth. First, it creates a suffocating environment. The oil forms an occlusive barrier trapping dead skin cells, sweat, and natural oils called sebum inside the follicle. This mix of gunk becomes a breeding ground for bacteria and yeast. One particular yeast called Malassezia naturally lives on our scalps, but when it gets